Then Jack tracked Quinn like a detective, finding he often visited a hidden villa, suspected to be his secret base. He hurriedly drove there. Just then, his boss called, confirming Quinn went to the villa. Jack didn't waste time getting there. Unfortunately, he was too late, as he found the girl dangling in a warehouse, a truly horrific sight. This scene crushed Jack. He regretted not following. Maybe if he had, it wouldn't have happened, but he had other missions. At that moment, noise came from the nearby house, and Jack rushed over to check it out. Sure enough, it was the traitor Quinn. Quinn was destroying evidence when a jingle outside made him alert, but he found nothing when checking. Just then, Jack popped up behind him, successfully grabbing Quinn, but he didn't expect what happened next. Quinn surprisingly sweet-talked him, suggesting to keep it hush, as bigger players in military were involved. Seeing Jack remain unmoved, Quinn started to resist. His words reminded Jack that if he took Quinn back, the forces behind Quinn might rescue him. Jack decided to eliminate Quinn and took action. Jack returned to the warehouse, laid the girl down, thinking Quinn was out, but unexpectedly, the bullet lodged in his skull. It hadn't harmed Quinn's brain. Laughably lucky, after Jack's story, Sophie fell silent. Then she told Jack that the girl hadn't volunteered to be a snitch, she was forced into it. Quinn had harmed her. So now they must compensate and rescue the girl quickly. Jack optimistically promised to do his best and return to the estate. The next day, Jack was startled by a knock. Opening the door, he found clothes being delivered. He had been promoted to Raina's assistant. Of course, he couldn't dress shabbily. Jack noticed Charlie practicing boxing downstairs, boosting his courage. Then Jack walked over to coach Charlie on his punching technique, and Raina upstairs just happened to see it, looking very pleased. Suddenly, the phone rang, coincidentally from the shadow boss, while Sophie was currently driving to a factory. She had previously found a lot of such factories in the computer, thinking the girl might be in one of them. To locate her quickly, she decided to search them one by one. While this was a pretty dumb plan, she didn't have any better options. Although the computer was high-end, she found it missing. All the shipping plans were in it, so Quinn had previously implanted a tracking system, showing real-time location. This system located the computer now in a factory. Quinn sent assassins. Jack hurried to help. Jack vowed to eliminate them. After getting the address, he rushed over, constantly calling Sophie. But he couldn't get through. Sophie was searching the factory, unaware danger loomed. The assassins had already arrived, sneaking into the factory, following orders to leave no witnesses. Jack quickly called Little Ted. Upon learning Sophie's situation, Little Ted said he'd checked the factory phone. Meanwhile, Sophie was unaware of the assassin's arrival, inspecting inside. Suddenly, a phone rang. Sophie rushed over, and a heated gunfire broke out just as Jack arrived on the scene. He rushed into the factory and ran into an assassin who mistook Jack for one of their own since they had met before. The assassin lowered his guard and planned to fight alongside Jack, but before he could react, Jack shot him down. Sophie wasn't so lucky. She was spotted first by an assassin. However, she reacted quickly and dealt with him before getting ready to leave. Unexpectedly, she dropped her light and found the last assassin. Just as she was about to shoot, Jack suddenly grabbed her. Jack couldn't let all the assassins die here, or his identity would be questioned. He let Sophie leave while he took cover up high. Just as he was about to leave, he noticed a light in the ground. Jack quickly picked it up. By then, Sophie had escaped, telling Carl to ditch the computer. Jack set off. However, during the chase, Jack intentionally veered off, causing instant tire slippage. Even with poetic luck, the car was still stuck. He could only watch Sophie escape. Fortunately, he got Sophie's ditched computer, and soon, Jack finally got the car unstuck and returned to the estate with the assassins. Seeing the big guy still had that punchable look on his face, Jack ignored him, needing to hurry to deal with the bodies. His bullet had hit one of the assassins, and Raina must never find out. After cleaning up the bodies, Jack immediately called Sophie. Despite the early danger, Sophie was still hot on the trail of she and Carl had split up, while Jack hadn't continued investigating the other factories. Just then, Raina's voice rang out, and Jack hurried out. It turned out Quinn had sent someone to the estate, and what had happened earlier had raised their suspicion. Jack went to the kitchen and saw two big guys sent by Quinn. He had thought they were gentlemen, but to his surprise, they were making passes at the house staff. Jack naturally wouldn't let that slide, immediately taking one down. His brutal grip left the nearby onlookers in shock. Then Jack returned to his room. These were the badges sent by Quinn, something you couldn't keep on you forever. Just then, there was a knock. It turned out to be a nice meal brought by the house staff. Seeing this, Jack happily brought it into his room. Just then, Little Ted was chatting with the bodyguard. Days of interaction eased his guard. The bodyguard then suggested having a smoke. This time, Little Ted didn't refuse. While fetching a cigarette, the bodyguard stealthily drank from the table's alcohol, unnoticed by Little Ted. The moment he lit his lighter, the bodyguard went all out. Blow after blow landed on Little Ted's head. Sophie arrived and found the bodyguard vanished when she opened the door. All that remained was Little Ted's body lying on the floor, and on the other side, while Jack was washing up, his phone in his shoe suddenly. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.